This is the voice of the Lord, your God, my beloved child. Listen carefully if you trust in God. Type Amen. There is a wind moving through the unseen realms, a soft stirring in heaven that has your name written on it. And while you scroll, while your heart quietly searches for meaning and your mind fights to stay strong, something sacred is happening in the invisible. Someone who once walked beside you on earth, someone whose voice still echoes in the corners of your memory, has been whispering your name in the presence of God. They are not gone. They are sent. They are not silent. They are assigned. They are not finished. They are returning, in spirit, in signs, in synchronicities, to help you rise into a version of yourself you haven't even imagined yet. This is not a coincidence. You are watching this now because your season of being overlooked has ended. And the one who loved you in this life, the one who used to wipe your tears or sit beside you in silence or tell you, "I believe in you even when no one else does," has not been still in heaven. They have been speaking to angels about you. They have been asking God to clear the clouds off your future. They saw what was done to you. They heard the words that broke your spirit. They watched you cry alone, and now, they are returning in divine form to walk you into the season you almost gave up on. You are not alone, and you are not forgotten. Archangel Michael has opened the gate. And this returning soul, the one who once held your hand or touched your forehead when you were tired, has been given permission by God to bring something into your life that will restore what you lost. You won't see them with your physical eyes, but you'll feel it. In the quiet. In the chills. In the sudden shift of peace that falls on your shoulders. You'll know, they are near. And they are on a mission. Not just to comfort you, but to change what has been blocking your breakthrough. God is watching, and God has declared, "Enough delay." My child is ready. Ready to step into favor. Ready to carry wealth with wisdom. Ready to rise with grace. Ready to build without fear. Because this wealth that is coming is not ordinary. It's not about greed. It's about purpose. You've been chosen to break cycles. You've been trusted to hold more, not for status, but for impact. You're about to walk into rooms you once dreamed of. You're about to receive answers to questions you've carried for years. And the one who died, who left this earth before you could say goodbye properly, they are now being allowed to bring supernatural guidance to your life so that you don't miss this appointed hour. They are part of the miracle. They are part of the wealth transfer. Because God is not just blessing you with money. He's blessing you with clarity, direction, divine timing, and strategic doors. And all of it begins now, in this moment, where you chose to stop and listen. This message is not just a video. It is a confirmation of everything your spirit has been sensing. And when you receive it, when you open your heart fully, your steps will align. Your thoughts will sharpen. Your spirit will anchor. And your life will begin to attract what was once withheld. You are being honored in heaven right now. You are being remembered in rooms you haven't even entered. And someone who loved you, who used to call your name with affection, is speaking that name again. But this time, from the other side of glory. And God is responding. Because heaven moves when love speaks. And the love they had for you didn't die. It just crossed dimensions to finish what earth couldn't. The soul who once sat beside you, who once whispered encouragement in your darkest seasons, is now moving in a dimension beyond your vision, but never beyond your reach. You may not see them in the mirror, but they have become the soft hand guiding your shoulders when you feel most lost. Their presence is the reason your chest suddenly loosens in the middle of anxiety, the reason your eyes tear up at moments you can't explain. They've been around. They've been sent. Not to haunt you, but to help you climb where you couldn't before. And one of the first places they've begun to show up is in your dreams. You've noticed it, haven't you? That one dream that felt more like a memory than a vision. That feeling of waking up not afraid, but covered. Held. Protected. That wasn't imagination. That was visitation. Heaven has allowed them access to speak softly while your mind sleeps, because while your eyes are closed, your soul is listening. They've been dropping messages inside your rest, not just to comfort, but to prepare you. Because what's coming next in your life requires a calm spirit and an open heart. And they've been gently tuning your spirit like an instrument. You've been feeling strange shifts lately, sudden urges to clean your space, to change direction, to say no to distractions you once tolerated. These aren't coincidences. They are heavenly nudges. They are the soft footprints of a soul who's guiding you from the other side. They are rearranging the path, clearing the debris, shifting the timing, so that when the door opens, and it will, you'll walk through it with boldness, not confusion. They've seen what's ahead. They've heard the plan. God has revealed to them the kind of wealth that is on its way to your hands, but this isn't about dollars alone. This wealth is assignment activated. It's spiritual, emotional, creative, financial. It's the kind that repositions generations. The kind that was stolen from your bloodline years ago. But now it's being restored. And the soul that once walked this earth with you is being allowed to help you carry it without fear, without guilt, without shame. You've already started noticing divine timing. Someone mentioned an opportunity just when you were thinking of giving up. A number appeared on your phone more than once, and it felt personal. You're scrolling, and suddenly, a sentence pierces your chest. You hear a song, and the lyrics feel like a direct message. That's them. That's the one who left this earth too soon. That's the one who didn't forget you in death, but instead found permission to fight for you in life after. They are leading you toward clarity, so that no more time is wasted on people or plans that don't carry the oil of your future. They are leading you toward wisdom, so that when the money comes, you multiply it instead of mourning it. They are leading you toward self-trust, because you were never meant to keep doubting the beauty that heaven already approved. And above all, they are leading you toward peace. Because wealth without peace is just noise. But wealth with direction, that's kingdom. That's legacy. That's alignment. Archangel Michael is walking with them, guiding, guarding, sealing every step, making sure that the love they had for you on earth is now supercharged by heaven's authority. You are not being sent just a sign. You are being sent a soul. A familiar, divine companion from your own story, hand-picked by God to walk you across the bridge that leads from lack to abundance, from delay to destiny, from confusion to clear revelation. So don't ignore the dreams. Don't brush off the feelings. When the air suddenly feels still, when the atmosphere shifts without reason, when your heart skips and you feel watched, not in fear, but in peace, that's them. That's your family. That's your blood. That's your guardian in eternal form, helping you become the version of you they always believed in, even before you did. Heaven doesn't move in chaos. It moves in order. It moves through courts, through decrees, through ancient books written long before your name was whispered on earth. And right now, there has been movement in that divine courtroom because of you. Not because you demanded it, not because you earned it, but because someone who once held you in this life, someone who now walks with eternity in their breath, petitioned on your behalf. Your name has been spoken in the presence of the Most High. Not as a request, but as a case. Not as a wish, but as a claim. Because heaven doesn't just remember tears. It records injustice. And the soul who departed from this world never forgot how you were overlooked, how you were mishandled, how you kept quiet when others took what was yours. They stood before God, not with bitterness, but with a broken heart full of love, and they said, "This child has carried long enough. Let the delay be lifted. Let the release begin. Let the wealth return." And God nodded. Because in the divine realm, love speaks louder than accusation. And that soul loved you purely, fiercely, truly. They saw your sacrifice. They watched you smile when you were empty. They remembered the dreams you buried because reality hurt too much. And now, they are fighting for those dreams, not in the flesh, but in spirit and authority. Archangel Michael was present in that courtroom. Sword drawn. Eyes full of fire. He wasn't just guarding your path, he was defending your name. Every curse that was spoken over your finances, every contract your ancestors unknowingly signed that brought lack into your bloodline, every hidden limitation, was presented, exposed, and broken under divine judgment. Because when heaven rules in your favor, no enemy can hold the door shut anymore. You are now standing on the other side of that verdict. You don't even know it yet, but things are already shifting. The accounts that used to stay dry are going to flow. The clients who forgot you will remember. The opportunities that once passed you will turn around. The favor you never tasted is already dripping into your days like honey. Because the courtroom ruled in your favor. You didn't beg for it. You were remembered into it. By someone whose blood runs in your veins, whose laughter once filled your home, and whose soul now walks beside angels with a mission to restore. And this wealth that's coming, don't reduce it to money. It's bigger than that. It's divine influence. It's legacy-level positioning. It's open doors that will bless generations after you're gone. You are being positioned as a gate opener in your family. Where others settled, you will soar. Where others repeated cycles, you will rewrite history. And this soul is still with you, guiding your decisions, warning you when to wait, nudging you when to move. They're not here to control. They're here to counsel. When you hear that whisper in your spirit that says, "Not this deal, not this time," trust it. When you feel sudden peace about a new path you were afraid to take, trust that too. Because behind the scenes, in realms unseen, someone who loved you has been praying for this very moment, where your heart opens and your future begins. You're not becoming rich because of hustle. You're becoming rich because of alignment. Because heaven has ruled. Because the scales tipped in your favor. Because love, real, eternal, ancestral love, fought for you. And heaven said yes. Before wealth enters your hands, heaven prepares your house. Not just the bricks and walls around you, but the atmosphere you breathe in daily. Because true increase cannot rest where there is confusion. Favor cannot grow where there is constant spiritual clutter. So now, silently, gently, but surely, the soul that loved you deeply, the one who once sat in your home, the one who left this earth but not your story, has been granted access to prepare your dwelling for the promise. You may have felt it already, the sudden urge to clean, to move things, to throw away old papers, clothes, items that carry no life anymore. That wasn't boredom. That wasn't randomness. That was spiritual activation. The soul is working through your instincts. Through small whispers. Through that feeling of, I don't know why, but I need to let this go. Because what you are preparing to receive, by, cannot live where heaviness still lingers. They have been walking through your rooms. Not haunting, healing. Not watching, working. You might have noticed lights flickering. You might have felt the air shift. You might have caught the scent of something familiar, something that reminded you of them, their presence, their room, their voice. That was not nostalgia. That was proximity. They are close, assigned, and full of a holy urgency to help you make space for the divine wealth heaven is releasing. They've seen what's coming. They've walked ahead of you in the spiritual realm. And they know what your environment needs to carry the frequency of abundance. Not noise. Not rush. But order. Peace. Clarity. Beauty. Because divine wealth isn't just about gold. It's about glory. And glory cannot rest in a house that still holds shadows. So they're shifting things, physically and spiritually. You may feel the need to change your room around. To light candles. To open windows. To donate clothes. To repaint something. To clear out drawers. It's not just aesthetic. It's prophetic. Because what you're doing on earth is reflecting what they're doing in heaven, making sure that when the door opens and the blessing arrives, you don't feel out of place. You feel ready, settled, safe. Archangel Michael is with them in this assignment, guarding the air, protecting the process. He is ensuring that nothing uninvited remains in your atmosphere. Because this wealth is sacred. And your home, your kitchen, your room, your very bed, is about to become a resting place for God's favor. This is why your spirit feels more sensitive lately. Why noise bothers you more? Why clutter feels heavier than before? Why silence has become sacred? Because your house is becoming holy ground. And the soul you loved has been praying and preparing it for you. They remember how your home used to feel when they were there. The laughter, the scent of food, the lightness. And now? They are bringing that essence back. Because before wealth enters, joy must return. Before overflow touches your hands, your heart must unclench. You don't need to announce this. Don't explain it. Just honor it. Follow the nudge. Move the furniture. Open the window. Pray in the room they loved. Light a candle for them. Speak their name in gratitude. And let the space shift. Because the shift isn't just emotional. It's transactional. God is watching. The angels are listening. And as your home transforms, heaven's favor is finding the coordinates to deliver what's already approved. Now that your home is shifting, your inner world is aligning, and heaven has ruled in your favor, it is time to talk about how this soul, the one you loved, the one who once sat across the table from you, is now preparing your outer world. Because blessings don't only live in spirit, they manifest in actions, people, divine timing, and sudden opportunities. The person who died, the one whose love followed you into this season, has been assigned by God not only to comfort you from above but to orchestrate movement in your favor on earth. You may think you've been walking alone, but every step you've taken lately, every turn of hesitation, every quiet delay that you didn't understand, it was not confusion. It was redirection. The soul who once called you by name is now calling angels to adjust your path so that when you arrive at the door God has opened, you will not be too tired to walk in. There is a moment coming, a moment you haven't seen yet but that they already have, where you will receive an invitation, an email, a conversation, a contact, a sudden piece of knowledge that will look small at first but will be sacred in impact. You will wonder, was this supposed to happen? And heaven will answer through alignment, through peace, through the familiar feeling of your loved one's presence hovering quietly. They will not speak with a voice you can hear, but your body will know. Your skin will know. Your intuition will glow. Because heaven's signals are subtle, but their effects are supernatural. You are not behind, you are not late, you are not cursed. You are being prepared, and the preparation felt lonely because heaven had to remove certain people, certain environments, certain attachments that could not follow you into the version of you that is about to inherit. In this part of your journey, you will notice that people from your past will try to return. Some will try to reconnect because they feel the energy shifting around you. But this soul from heaven, this relative, this guide, will help you discern who is from God and who is from the past cycle. Their role now is to whisper wisdom in moments of decision, to increase your spiritual discernment, to move your steps with gentleness but clarity. Because wealth without wisdom leads to waste, and your season of waste is over. They are setting divine reminders for you, waking you at specific times, sending names into your dreams, dropping ideas into your heart you never thought you'd have. That sudden urge to start something new, a channel, a project, a business, a message, that's not just inspiration. That's your heavenly inheritance calling to you. Because you are not only meant to receive, you are meant to create. And this soul, they saw your gifts. Even when you were small. Even when you doubted yourself. They saw the way your mind worked, the way your heart loved, the way your hands built things with care. They remember. And now they are reminding you. They are also helping you see red flags you once missed. They are guiding you away from small doors disguised as big ones. They are intervening when you're about to settle. Because you are not meant for just enough. You are meant for overflow. The type of blessing that pours into others just by being near you. The kind that feeds families. That births foundations. That sends messages into generations to come. And the only reason it's happening now is because heaven has decided you're ready. You may not feel ready, but the one who fought for your soul in the spiritual realm has spoken on your behalf. They've said, give it to them now. They've been broken long enough. They've cried in secret. They've prayed without answers. They've stayed kind when others were cruel. Now bless them. This is why certain delays happened, not to punish, but to preserve. The deal that fell through. The job that ghosted you. The friendship that quietly died. You didn't lose those things. You were delivered from them. Because they could not contain what's being birthed through you now. And the person in heaven, the one who knows you deeper than most ever did, has been aligning better connections, richer partnerships, and more fruitful roads just ahead. You don't have to figure it all out right now. You don't have to stress. You just have to stay open. Keep noticing. Keep listening. And most of all, don't shrink. Don't let your past trick you into thinking you're still the same. You're not. You've grown. You've been spiritually mentored by a soul who is no longer bound by time. That's why you're waking up lighter. That's why you're finally dreaming again.